Cycles. You can better understand your life by observing its cyclical nature. If there's one thing that I have learned working with people as an empath and tarot reader and intuitive psychic, it is that life is cyclical. It doesn't matter who you are. You can look at whatever you're dealing with right now that is intense or is having a big impact on you. Whether it's negative or positive, it usually doesn't matter, but especially the negative things, I think it's easier to pinpoint the when and the what and how and all of that. But anything that is very challenging or intense in your life right now, you can pretty much take the time to look back to when were you dealing with a similar energy. It might have been totally different set of characters, could have been, you know, it's like basically some examples of what I'm talking about here is, say you're in a relationship and you're having all kinds of drama between you and your partner. If you look back at your relationship with your parents or their relationship with each other, a lot of times you can see parallel similarities in the dynamics, whether it's infidelity or divorce or financial problems or whatever. You'll see that these are the same themes. What was present for you as a kid is being played out in your adult life. Same with like work situations. If you have somebody at work that you just can't stand and they're like your nemesis and you know they're always after you and they're always critical of you, well, if you look back, see who was the critical, dominating nemesis person in your childhood. Was it somebody at school? Was it somebody in your family? You can pretty much, if you take the time, you can see what cycle you're in the middle of. And the reason why this is so important is because if you can pinpoint when the cycle originated, then you can begin to deal with the emotions and the thoughts and the beliefs that were instilled in you at that time, which is the reason why it is being perpetuated in your life now. You have some kind of belief that this is what you deserve or this is what life is like, and so you've manifested it, you've created it. And the way in which you can stop manifesting and creating things that are not pleasant or feel like they are slowing you down. You know, some people call it karma. Karma is cyclical, you know. If you want to stop and burn off your karma or stop the cycle and start a new cycle that you have more power and more control in, you've got to release the original source. And once you do that, once you work with that energy and you become conscious of it and you do various techniques, whether it's just journaling or talking about it or talking to the people that it involved, who were part of the original experience for you, communicating with them directly. There's all sorts of different healing modalities you can look into to help you release the past. But once you do, then you're free to start a cycle of your own choosing. And more than likely, if you've released the negativity, then that cycle that you choose to participate in will be one that is supportive and loving and life-fulfilling rather than your karma. It'll be more like creating your dharma in terms of that, you know, paradigm. So this card is saying that what you're dealing with, what you're inquiring about, is likely part of a cycle that you need to trace back to the original source so you can begin to unravel it and free yourself and get off of the merry-go-round that, you know, you're going to be stuck on until you deal with the original source.
Let's cut out the melodrama so we can wake up the whole wide world. Let's make boys and the girls.